All right, Panthers, here we go. We're going to go through this lesson quickly, in case you missed it, in case you just love it so much, you got to watch it again and again and again and again. It's here for you in high definition. All right, so this is the Bell Ringer Wacky Wednesday Waterfall. Evaluate 2 and 1/5 and so on. So if you got it, you got it. Okay, good. If you don't, you don't. All right, let's roll. This is what you're going to be learning how to do today. I can divide fractions and mixed numbers. Here's an example. You're going to be able to do this. Are we done? Well, that is a valid answer, but you could take it to another level, and you're going to learn to take it to another level like this. Are we done? We can be. We're going to take it to another level. Ready? Let's go. And that's the amount of levels we're going to go right now. That's it. That's the levels we're going to stop at this moment. Happy. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. How do you do this? We're going to learn how to do this when you have like a mixed number and a fraction. Are you done? Let's take it to another level. This is another level you can take it to. All right, let's go. Well, what's our target? If you said something to do with dividing fractions and mixed numbers, you got it. Let's go. Oh, by the way, dividing fractions is easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Dividing fractions is easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Dividing fractions is easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Word, peace, out, yo, down. Old school fool right here, bringing it back. So let's do this. 1/4. Divide. We're not flipping the first, we're flipping the second one. Flip it. Now we're going to multiply. What's that going to look like? That's going to look like 1 times 10. Get my drawing tool. Is 10. 4 times 1 is 4. This is the only level we're going to take it to right now. This is a valid answer. This is the correct answer. It's one of the correct answers. You can have more than one way to represent a same value, but this is the value the way to represent this value at this time. We're going to stick with this one. What do we do? Dividing fractions is easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. Let's do it. Flip the second, multiply. 3 times 2, writing tool. 6. 5 times 1, 5. That's the level we're going to take it to right now. Let's go. Your turn. Dividing fractions easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. So pause the video right here. Solve this problem. And then restart the video and let's see how you did. Okay, let's see how we did. 5/3. We're going to keep that at 5/3. 5/3. Flip the second one. Instead of 1/4, we're going to say 4/1 and multiply. Dividing fractions easy as pie. Flip the second and multiply. 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 1 is 3. Valid answer. Vocabulary. Mixed number. Consider the number 2 and 3/4. Notice I said 2 and 3/4. I didn't just say 2. I didn't say just 3/4. I said 2 and 3/4. That's important. Integer. The 2 is an integer. So all of these numbers on the number line here are integers. We can go up to infinity. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and we can go backwards this way. We can go, let's get the writing tool. We can go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, all the way to negative infinity. But for today, we're just going to focus on our positive integers. Then the next part is this is not just any kind of fraction, it's a proper fraction. But if you're going to say proper, the proper way, you're going to say proper. That's the proper way to say proper. Not the proper way to say proper is proper. All right. So what's a proper fraction? We're going to get more in that little bit. In the meantime, anything that falls in between integers on the number line is a fraction or a decimal. We're just calling it a fraction for now. Let's go with fraction for now, okay? So for example, 2 and 3/4 falls right there. That is not just any old number. It's not just any old fraction. It's put it together. It's a mixed number. So a mixed number consists of an integer and a proper fraction. Which is a mixed number? Ready? I'm going to pause the video when you pull them up, and then we'll see how you did. Ready, go. All right, how did you do? Let's find out. Proper fraction, integer. Well, these don't have any integers, so it can't be those two. It could be one of these two. They both look like, oh, wait a minute. This one is the correct answer. Why not this one? Why not B? Because that's not a proper fraction. Well, what makes it proper? Well, I'm glad you asked. Improper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is greater than the denominator, such as 5/4. For example, which one of these would be an improper fraction? Where the top one, numerator, is greater than the bottom one. Yeah, we're talking this. It's like a scrawny little stick figure, like somebody like me. Could you imagine me holding up the Incredible Hulk? It's just not even likely. It's not even considerable. I don't even think it's, I mean, anything's supposed to be possible, but I mean, maybe if I had some kind of super strength somehow, if some gamma radiation came to me, but it kept me skinny somehow, maybe. But yeah, it's improper. Which is proper? This, what I'm talking about, making friends with the anger. Yes, make friends with your anger, and you could do very good things. Make it work for you, not against you, like our little friend here in B. That's proper. So, improper fraction. Well, which one of these is improper fraction? Pause the video. And we're back. Improper. Well, okay. These have fractions in them, but they also have integers. So they're not just fractions. Same here. Okay, so it's got to be one of these two. Which one has the numerator greater than the denominator? That would be this one. So that's improper. So this one is proper. D is proper. C is improper. How do we change an improper fraction to a mixed number? How did I know you guys wanted to? That's the question you've been thinking. I just read your minds, right? Well, we're just going to take our numerator, divide by our denominator. And did you ever notice when you look at a fraction, it kind of looks like a division symbol? Instead of a dot, you have a 5 on the top. Instead of a dot on the bottom, you have a 4. There's a reason for that. Yeah, 5 divided by 4. 5 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5. What do we multiply 4 by? To get as close to 5 as possible without going over 5. So it can equal 5. Well, it has to be a whole number, right? What whole number? I know we can do some fractions, but we're talking about whole numbers here. It would be 1. 4 times 1 is 4, not 5. But if you did 4 times 2, that's going to be 8. That's just too big. So we're not going to use that one. Okay, 4 times 1 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. We have a remainder 1. Now, when you do your remainder in fraction style, you could just say, you probably used to say just 1 remainder 1. Well, we're going to not use 1 remainder 1. We're going to do something just a bit different. Oops, we're going to put the remainder on the, let's do it this way, on the top. Remainder goes on the top. Divisor goes on the bottom. Let's do that again. See, that works. Remainder goes on the top. Divisor goes on the bottom. Remainder goes on the top. Divisor goes on the bottom. Remainder goes on the top. Divisor goes on the bottom. It's different sounds. Remainder goes on the top. You hear how that's different than divisor goes on the bottom. Okay. So remainder goes on the top, which is 1. This is the divisor. The 4 goes on the bottom. So just for fun, I'm going to color code this. Let's try, we'll put the little, whatever this thing is here on top. Kind of rainbowy looking thing, a space looking thing. And then we'll just do this gray thing, whatever this one is here, for our divisor. Oh, are you going to write for me? It's not, oh, that could be, you can't even see that. We're going to have to pick a different color. So, let's just pick green. There we go. And put a nice little green here. So our divisor goes on the bottom and our remainder goes on the top. There we go. We are done. So how do we do this? 10 over 4. We got that's improper. How are we going to turn that into a mixed number? That's taking it to the next level. So we're going to go 10 divided by 4. I'm going to get my pen out here and see if I can start making some things flow with the pen. Ah, yes, 10 divided by 4. What does 4 times something? 4 times something equals 10. What do we multiply 4 by to get as close to 10 as possible? Even might equal 10, but not going over 10. It has to be a whole number. It's going to be 2, and that's going to be 8. So 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2, so it's going to be 2 and, whoa, wait a minute, 2, we got to turn this into a fraction. The remainder goes on the top. I might have messed that up in the last part of this. I don't want to start over. Do I have to start over? And I'm going to hope, because I don't want to start over, I'm going to hope that in this video I did say remainder goes on the top and divisor goes on the bottom. I probably did. Well, at any rate, let's continue. So 2 and divisor goes on the bottom. Remainder goes on the top, divisor goes on the bottom. 2 and 2/4. That's our mixed number. All right, so we're going to stop there at that level. 33 over 4. 33 divided by 4. 33 divided by 4. What do we multiply 4 by to get as close to 33 as possible, but not going over 33? Let's see, 4 times 4. Let's see what that is. That's 16. Can we go higher than that? I think so. 4 times, let's try 6. That's 24. Can we go any higher? 4 times 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 14 and 14 is 28. Ooh, I don't know if we can get much higher than that. We're getting really close to that 33. Let's try 4 times 8. 8 and 8 is 16, 8, 6, 32. Yes, that's as high as we can go. Because if we did 4 times 9, I think that's going to be too high, right? 4 times 9 is 36, if you know your 9s tricks. I know, if you don't know your 9s tricks, let me know, because we got to get you to learn your 9s tricks. On the fingers and on paper. You can do them both ways. All kinds of 9s tricks. 36 is too high, so we're not going to use the factor 9. We're going to use the factor 8, which gives us the product of 32, which is close to 33 without going over. So 4 times 8. What is 4 times 8? Let's see if we can erase some of this here. I'm going to get the... So 4 times 8, we said, is 32. Subtract, that's 1. That's our remainder. Remainder goes on the top. Divisor goes on the bottom. Remainder goes on the top. Divisor goes on the bottom. 8 1/4. That's the highest level you can take this problem to. How do we change an improper fraction to a mixed number? Your turn. Stop the video here and let's come back and see how you did. All right. Did you say 21 divided by 5? Top one divided by the bottom one? The numerator divided by the denominator? Because this is really a division problem. Fractions are division. Your favorite. I know, mine too. Not really, but hey, let's go with it for now, right? Okay, so 21 divided by 5. What do you multiply 5 by to get to close to 20 as possible without going over 20? 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm sorry, 21. It is 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. That was 4. So I put the 4 here. 5 times 4 is 20. And what's left? 21 minus, we have a remainder of 1. But the remainder goes on the top. The divisor goes on the bottom. 4 1/5. Simplify is to reduce the numerator and the denominator of a fraction to its lowest whole numbers or terms. They say put it to lowest terms while keeping the value of the fraction equal. So yes, it can be equal. So for example, by the way, this is one of the best things I ever learned. This is my favorite things I ever learned about in math, period. And I didn't learn it until I was in college, going to school to study to be a math teacher. I didn't go to college till like later. I didn't go to college right away, like at 18, 19. I went like when I was like 30. So I didn't learn this till I was 30. You're gonna learn it now. I love this. This is not just how you do it. And I learned how to do it before then, but I didn't know why. And the why is like so profound to me. So let's do this. This is the how and the why. So roll with me. 1 divided by 1. Well, 1 divided by 1 is 1, right? And, well, what about 2 divided by 1 is 2. How do we know these things, by the way? Because we know we can do the other way around. We can check it with multiplication because there's a multiplication division relationship. If 1 divided by 1 is 1, then 1 times 1 is 1. If 2 divided by 1 is 2, then 2 times 1 is 2. You see the pattern? Let's keep going. 3 divided by 1, 3. Aha, uh-oh, bigger numbers. 100 divided by 1. Getting scared yet? 100, yeah, because 100 times 1 is 100. What about 1,000? 23 divided by 1. Uh-oh, big numbers. I'm scared. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Ready? 1,023. Uh-oh, now does a smaller number make a difference? You guessed it. No, it does not. Still 1/2. 1/2 divided by 1/6 divided by 1? 1/6. 2/4 divided by 1? 2/4. But we're going to try to take this to another level now. All right, so yeah, there's a reason why I put that 1 in big red like that. 2/4 divided by 1. It's 2/4, right? We just said that. We said it right down here. 2/4 divided by 1 is 2/4. Now, 2 divided by 2 is 1. We just said in the last that this is the same thing as division. If we say 2 divided by 2 is 1, because 2 times 1 is 2, right? And yeah, okay. All right, and then, okay, let's go. So what if we put inside this 1 something like 2, 2? Let's put that 2 in here, which is the same thing as 1, because they're equal. And now, we know that's 2/4, but this time, let's just go straight across, right? So what if we multiply like this? 2 times 2 is, oh, that's not times. This is 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. So what we're saying here, therefore, 2/4 equals 1/2. And you might already know that. If you take, let's say, a pie, right? And we divide it into fourths. What's 2/4? 1, 2. Isn't that the same thing as half? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So let's go with this. 10/40 divided by 1. You see, you could probably tell where I'm going with this, right? It's 10/40. But we also know 10 over 10, 10 tenths, is also equal to 1. Let's plug in the 10 tenths there. And then, oops, that's not supposed to say 2/4. That's supposed to say 10/40. There we go. Because 10/40 divided by 1 is 10/40. What about 10/40 divided by 1 when we go straight across? Like this. This is where we simplify. This is with that whole lowest terms. What's the lower term, right? Because in our problem over here, what's a lower term? 2/4 or 1/2? Well, 1/2 has lower terms. 1 is less than 2. 2 is less than 4. So let's bring it down to terms. Simplify it. 1/4. So 10/40 equals 1/4. This is more complicated terms. This is simpler terms. Lower terms. Greater terms. Lower terms. Still equal. You take 10/40, whatever, represent it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 40ths, and take 10 of those. And then you take 1/4 of something, and it's going to be the same amount, just like we did with our pies over here. That's the end of part 1. Thanks for joining. Please go to part 2 of dividing fractions.